The straps of your favorite handbag are broken.
Oh no!
But that's no reason to throw the whole handbag away. In this Sew Useful tutorial, I will show you how to sew new straps and make your handbag look as good as new. And this is the bag. Luckily, the bag itself still looks like new. Only the straps look a little bit more than just used. But we're going to fix that now. First off, you need to measure the finished length of your straps. But you will need to give about 3 inches more per side in order to be able to sew them in the end. As the finished width of the straps, I recommend about 1 inch. However, it actually depends on the size of the loop of the handbag. I'm going to use a fake leather to make the new straps. If you're new to sewing, I ideally recommend you take a normal fabric made of cotton or polyester without any kind of coating on the top, because it's going to be much easier to sew then. Draw the measurements onto your fabric. The width is 4 times the finished width, and the length is the finished length plus 6 inches. Cut the straps of fabric out. And here's how you need to fold the fabric to make straps. Fold the outer edges towards the middle and then those parts together again like a sandwich. Because fake leather is so very thick and there will be 12 layers on top of each other at the end, I'm going to cut 2 rectangles out of it now. Hold the straps very tightly in the folded position. The surface that is pointing away from you is going to be your outer side and therefore your nice side. That part needs to stay complete and you need to add some small seam allowances. The rest from the inner part you can cut away and cut about 1.5 centimeters deep into the fabric. Do the same on both ends of the straps and make sure that you determine the outer side on the same side for both ends. And then do the same with the second strap. If you're working with normal fabric, you can just skip this part altogether and move on to sewing. When you sew with fake leather, you need to keep in mind that any kind of needle that penetrates the fabric leaves a permanent hole. That means you're not allowed to use pins, and when you sew and the stitch goes wrong, you're actually not allowed to open it anymore because you would see all of the holes afterwards. Instead of pins, you can use special leather clips to hold the fabric together. Or you can try and use cloth pegs that you probably already have at home. Before you sew your straps together, you should test how your sewing machine sews with that particular fabric you're using. To do that, you take some leftover scraps of the fabric, fold it into the right amount of layers, and then sew over it. If the stitch looks good, perfect. Then you can take the straps and sew them together. If not, it could be that you have the wrong needle size. In that case, I recommend that you watch my video on how to choose the right needle size. I will put the link in the description down below. When the stitch looks good, you are ready to sew the straps together. Sew the straps together with a small distance from the outer edge. Sew backwards and forwards at the beginning and at the end to secure the stitches. Then also sew the other side of the strap with a small distance from the outer edge. Now you can cut away even more fabric from the inside of the straps, as much as possible. Fold that part down that the ugly side is hidden in the middle and then stitch it down. Sew backwards and forwards at the beginning and at the end to secure the stitches. Do the same with every ending of the straps. Now, for the next step, you need to be very strong. Cut the old straps off. I know it's a really weird feeling, but we have to do it at some point. Pull the strap through the loop of the handbag until you like the position of it, and then mark the end point of the strap with a clip. Measure that distance and mark each ending or beginning of a strap also with a clip. Take your handbag and straps to your sewing machine, pull the strap through the loop and then sew it down. Make sure that the part with the seam allowances faces towards the inside of the bag. That part doesn't look so nice, so you don't want it on the outside. Sew the strap down a second time at a different place to give it extra stability, and don't forget to sew backwards and forwards at the beginning and at the end. When you're done, cut the threads off. Do the same with all endings of the straps. And then you're finished. The bag looks as good as new. And that's how you sew new straps for your handbag. As always, please subscribe and press the bell when you do. Give this video the thumbs up and write a comment. Thank you for watching.